where the other person is very loving, very, very giving towards you, right? Like they really, put you on a pedestal, and they really like hype about you. They talk about you so much to their friends, to their family. They're very proud of being in your presence. And so I feel overall that because of this energy, you're not really sure like whether or not. So I feel like some of you are staying in the relationship because the other person really, really cares about you, really, really digs you, really loves you, while you might not feel the same way. You might not be able to reciprocate. You might not be able to, love them to the same extent, but you stay in the relationship because I feel like it's safe, it's stable, it's very content. Reminds me of the Scorpio reading. So if for whatever reason you're dealing with a Scorpio, and especially if it's a romantic partner, the energy is very similar to a Scorpio reading, whereas you feel like you might not be able to reciprocate, but at least it's a safe choice. Okay, so a lot of you are stagnating in a relationship because it's the safe thing to do. And then I feel like for others of you, you have so much love and support from the other partner, but there might be an element of distance between you and them, like overseas, or, both of you or you are traveling a lot, so you're not able to spend a lot of quality time with each other, and you find yourself kind of like grown apart, and you find the relationship very demanding, mainly because, of all the travel, of all the obligations, of all like it's almost like they need a lot more from you, or you need a lot more from them. And at this present moment in time, especially in the May timeframe, it might dawn upon the two of you that the relationship demands a lot more from both people. So you might, figure out like, how do we do this? Where do we go from here? Do we take turns seeing each other so that everything is fair? Or how is it going to work? How is that going to look like? So I feel like a lot of these things are going to be hashed out regarding, if one person has been doing all the work, then I feel that, things will be hashed out. You will be able to communicate with your partner and arrive at some type of a compromise. So then both parties can contribute equally to the relationship. Okay. So that's what I feel. I do feel as well, this is the month in which some of you might get a little bit of a leg up in the work environment. Okay, so I feel like overall, this is a card about it's very good karma coming home to roost. Okay, so somebody might be in your alley, like vouching for you, saying good things about you, giving you a very great performance review, for example. And I also feel that they're going to be in a position to give you a leg up. So letter recommendation, reference, providing a reference for you, providing, just some good words coming your way, so that if you are looking for work, for example, you get a leg up in that interview process. You get a leg up when it comes to, negotiating for salary, or even, landing a new job. So I do feel things are looking good for you because you have somebody helping behind the scenes to move things along. So there's an act of generosity that will allow you to increase your financial situation via new jobs that you can attain, or, getting like a pay increase, or getting something like a leg up in the work environment. Okay. So it's looking good. Finances will be really good. I feel like the beginning of this year, finances has been very rocky for a lot of you. It's like, for some of you, it's not like you're in dire strait, but it feels like from one month to the next, things fluctuate greatly. So you can't really budget. And then for others, it was just, odd jobs here and there, very strong, unstable, like fluctuations in your finances. And I feel like this is the month in which things will start to stabilize for you. Okay. Things will really, really solidify. And, contingent upon us making smart decisions, right? But I feel that you're getting a lot of help. You're getting a lot of assistance. For those of you who are thinking about moving homes, releasing property, buying new property, this is not a good month to buy. I don't advise it, okay? It's not a good month to buy. It's a good month to sell. It's a good month to, if you have last minute things that you need to fix up in your house, if you're even renting and you're trying to release the apartment and rent something else, that's fine. But I feel like there's some fixing up that needs to happen here before you can get appraised. and before you can even, release the property, like liquidate. Okay. So I feel that a lot of you will be changing location. A lot of you will be releasing property. And I feel that you're talking to some financial consultants about, your financial planning, your future. I feel some of you are talking to attorneys. If you have like a partner that you share property with, that you might have been married to, I feel that you are consulting, some type of legal advisor in order for you to extract yourself and to come away from this cleanly. So I feel that I see people sending out a lot of paperwork, like making multiple copies of something, filling out very detailed, minute, like data. I see, social security numbers. I feel like these are very strong, like either applying for loans, applying for new jobs, or applying for something that is through an official, a very official body, okay, a very official like institution. And I feel some of you might need to put something down for collateral, some big ticket item, possibly a house, possibly like a property, or, like a plot of land, or even just something very big for collateral because you're trying to take out a loan. But either way, I don't think this is a good month overall, okay, for buying new property. It's a good month for releasing new property. And I feel that if you are consulting somebody to extract yourself, you're going to be successful, because I feel that the odds are in your favor. Okay. I do sense that overall. What I do feel as well, and I'm getting this message here about, you really know what you need to do. Okay. So if people are telling you, people in your household environment, people who are in your social circle, you should do this, you should do that. And if they're feeding you things that they feel you should do with your life, and no matter how high, no matter how you regard them, so even if you respect them, you need to really trust yourself and to really understand that this is your life, and you need to do what's appropriate for you. And rather than, succumbing to social expectations or succumbing to what people tell you you should do, okay? So what is socially acceptable for other people might not fly for you this month. Cancer. So be very careful. Like, this is a card about, knowing deep down what we want, what we need, what we have to do to make ourselves emotionally happy and satisfied. Okay. So you know what you need to do. And so all these external expectations coming through from other people, they're just, echoes in the periphery of your life. They should not have any bearing on, the decisions that you're making in the work environment. So if you have been jumping around at a few jobs, right, and you finally found a job where somebody might have put in a good word for you, and then you got hired at that job, and you're trying to, prove yourself. You're trying to let them know that, yes, I name drop in order to get in, but I'm going to work to the best of my capabilities. I feel that's the right way to go. Keep your head low. Don't get too involved in office politics with coworkers and things like that. Just keep your head low, lay low. And I feel that the work is going to pan out really tremendously well. I do feel you're going to start to accumulate quite a bit of wealth and, disposable income for yourself. Okay. So in that regards, I do sense that it looks very good. But overall, I feel like some of you are trying to restart your life by stabilizing your financial situation, consulting lawyers to extract yourself from some type of an agreement, like a marriage, or even like an engagement, or even some child custody issues. And I do sense that on the one hand, your living situation, you're still trying to figure out what to do, how to stabilize that. But options will be made available for you. This is coming through, I feel like, in about 3 months' time. We are in May, so that's going to be in the August time frame. Okay, so I feel like in about 3 months' time, get the work situation sorted out. The housing situation, yes, it's important, but you need money above all else to do other things. Okay, so think of it as this is what you need to focus on right now, and especially for the next 3 months. And then the housing situation, it will resolve itself and things will be okay. All right. So small steps, Cancer, small steps. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay. And I honestly feel that this is a card really about spiritual guidance. Okay. Like getting a lot of psychic energies, getting a lot of assistance from other people. And a lot of the times too, some of us, we feel like, oh, we're so lucky because, we have so much help from other people. When we want to better ourselves, when we want to do the right thing, and when we are adamant about what we need to do in order to move our lives forward, that basically allows you to get in touch with source energy, which will allow you to attract people that will want to help you along the way, that can give you guidance. They can be perfect strangers. They don't have to be people that you know. But I feel that you might have noticed, last month and then this month, things are not so difficult anymore as it was, last year and the first 3 months of this year. You're going to start to realize that you're coming across people that actually have a lot to offer and that they want to help you. Okay. And it's mainly because your mindset has shifted. You're trying to better yourself and you have real motivation, not just for self-betterment, but you want to be a more well-rounded person. You want to be a more well-developed person. And I feel that the people that are coming through really want to help you. Okay. And they're there because they're divinely guided to come into your life to provide the support that you need in this transitional period in your life. Okay. So financially, I feel like a lot of you are in a very good space and you want to take a relationship to the next level. So I feel like, the past few years have been all about wealth accumulation. So we have here the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles, some of you might even be freelancing, self-employed, okay? And you also have like the regular 9 of 5. So we have here the 10 of Pentacles, which is the apex of financial achievement. So I feel that financially things are really, really good. Your pockets are lined with money, and you are professionally very, very stable right now. And as a result of it, as a result of all this wealth, as a result of professional recognition, as a result of feeling as if you have succeeded, I do feel at this point, a lot of you are shifting gears to really focusing on your relationship and trying to, figure out who's going to be a good partner for you and trying to figure out like if you're ready to take a relationship to the next level. I feel that some of you are involved here with a fire sign. So this is a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I feel like this person is somebody who is also very, very financially stable. Okay. So I'm seeing the energy of a power couple here. Both parties are very financially lucrative. They're very, independent, very self-sufficient. And I feel like this is somebody that has a little bit of a jealous streak. Okay. When she or he is upset, they don't always, want to verbalize why they're upset. I feel like they sulk a little bit, which is unusual for a fire sign. This is somebody who's very feisty, who has a little bit of a jealous streak. And I do feel that you want to take things to the next level. You want to solidify your relationship with this person. What I'm also feeling as well is I see a lot of work, career, public image things getting in the way of having the relationship that you want. So on the one hand, work is going really well. Your public image is, you're getting very positive reception overall. And so you don't know if you should, continue pursuing your public image and especially continue dating around some more before you commit to a person. But I feel that a lot of, in the past too, I feel some of you in a very, very public environment. Like if you're in the limelight for your work, some things that have happened in your past relationships, especially infidelities and things like that, might be coming up through gossips, through the grapevine to really hurt your professional image. So be very, very careful about that, okay? I feel that's a very small minority of you. If you are in the public sphere, try to minimize, social media, usage of social media, advertising so much of what you're doing on social media, because I'm sensing that, there's some I feel like some dubious, they're saying like some questionable things about relationships coming back from the past. And I feel that somebody is kept in the dark. And I feel like this is the month in which, light will be shown upon that. Okay. So just be very careful about social media. Be very careful if you are using social media in every way, like even to, if you have a professional like account, make sure that it is completely separate from your personal account, because I feel like that's coming through. Okay. Or if it hasn't come through, I feel like that has come through. If it hasn't come through in the past, it's going to be coming through for this month. I feel like for some of you, this is something that you are already doing damage control on, and you're vowing not to let it happen again. But I feel like it might affect your public image, your credibility. Okay. So just be very careful. Overall, so we have here a very strong fire sign, and I feel that you want to take the relationships to the next level with this person, or this person is really adamant about keeping you in their lives and wanting to have something a little bit more exclusive with them. I feel that the fire sign is making a little bit more demands on you. So there's a lot of like late nights, staying up, wanting to communicate. And I feel like they have a jealous streak about them. I do sense that with this person. So on the one hand, you know, like the excitement, the relationship is very exciting. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of chemistry, and a lot of stability, because you know this person really cares about you. But on the other hand, I do feel like temper tantrums flying, and I do feel as well that person might be. I feel like when they're upset, they need you to be there to walk them through it. And it might take a long time, and you have other obligations, other work responsibilities that you need to do. So it's turning out to be a lot of work. And, you know, you might realize that all relationships are a lot of work, and whether or not this is going to be worth it for you. So I feel that some of you are trying your very hardest to appease this person because you really care about this person. And then I feel for others of you, there is some type of family situation, whether you have a family together with another person, like a partner, or whether there are children in the picture here. There's going to be some decision process, some decision-making processes concerning a child, and concerning whether or not the family situation is still the best option for the child. So I feel like, you know, child support coming through. And I feel as well news, information regarding a child, as it relates to, you know, a person that you've had a relationship with in the past. You might have a child with them. And I feel like you're at an impasse here as to, you know, in terms of like child custody agreement. So we have here the Judgment card, and the Judgment card deals with communication. And this is communication where you're not really sure what to believe. So I feel like your family members might be telling you, here's what's happening with the child, or here's what's happening with your ex. And you're not really sure. You're not really, like, you have already moved on. You have already moved on. You have already, you know, turned your back on that person. But if it's related to a child, you don't really know what to believe, and you don't really know like what to do in that situation. So I feel like there's going to be some requirement of like financial assistance coming through. And it's linked up here with family, and it's linked up here with a child. Okay.